Hey, this is the Epic Productions Battle Report for StarCraft 1. Here we have Magistrate Szar.
Preator Nicoke.
And the Ancient One.
And right now we're going to head to Rosewood, and this battle was a 3-on-2 computer match. It's going to be a pretty interesting match where we have a lot of map mechanics that we didn't know. We hadn't played the map for quite a while, so we'll go ahead and see what happens. Basically, we started off with the white Protoss, which was Preator Nicoke in the upper middle, and in the lower right we had the Ancient One playing as the orange Protoss, and we had Terran, which were blue, played by Magistrate Szar.
As you can see in the bottom left-hand corner, we have the brown Zerg, and we're looking at the blue right now. It looks like he's pretty much producing, so is everyone else. We'll try and, well, let's see if we can speed this up a little bit.
We head to time 16, but it kind of, I don't know. It goes on for a little while, but then we stop down. We see that one of the supply depots is under construction to make one of those choke points, so we're going to see some pretty hard ways to rush that blue Terran. We see that assimilator get thrown down, as well as the second hatchery, and the Zerg has just started on that Zerg pool, so we're not going to see a lot of rushing by the Zerg, especially because they haven't pumped them out already. And we see that Ancient One has thrown down that forge, and he's throwing down those 2 gateways. Don't know what we're going to see. Maybe Zealots. We haven't seen a cybernetics core, so we might not see any Dragoons. But he throws out the assimilator, and we go back to the blue Terran. They are throwing down that bunker. Szar is really intent on just defending that choke point. Yeah, Preator Nicoke is speechless. But we see the engineering base, so we're going to see some early tech from the Terran. We have that second bunker going down. The third Marine heading out.
And this is a smart idea, especially from the blue Terran, because they can use it as a blockade. As we look at the brown Zerg, we see that they already have a spawning pool up, so it already gives them Zerglings. Look at Ancient One, and he has a forge and 2 gateways going. He's already built up 3 cannons, and we are now looking at him. He's scouting with his probe. Let's take a look at the purple Terran. They have 2 barracks down, and they already have an academy down, which allows them to build medics as well as marines. We're looking at Nicoke right now, and she is building a lot of pylons on her part. We don't see, oh, there's a couple cannons for self-defense. We need to see, oh, and there's a gateway. Probably going to have some units coming out of there soon. We already have 2 Zealots on Ancient's side built, and we are looking up. Oh, there's his probe scouting. Let's see how far that goes.
We had a look over to the blue Terran. He is researching that farther shells upgrade, so his Marines are going to be that much more deadly. They're going to be able to shoot from a little bit farther away. He's throwing down that Terran factory. Maybe we'll see some siege units, maybe vultures, we really don't know. And the purple is starting to rush. Purple Terran is pretty intent on harassing Ancient One, and he has placed those cannons very well. Almost every Marine, before they even get to that ramp, is dead. Those medics just can't heal fast enough. Firebat doesn't even get close to getting in range, and of course medics have no attack, so they die and make pretty little red splatters along the ground. Purple Terran, is throwing down that factory. And Nicoke's still pretty content on just putting up those cannons. We do see a cybernetics core, but nothing getting pumped out. No Dragoons, no Stargate, nothing serious. The Zerg is amassing forces, but they're not doing much with it as far as we can see. There's some Marines. Oh, and Szar is researching that larger, farther siege tank ability, and he's got 2 starports going down as well as an additional supply depot. But not a whole lot happening at this part of the game, except for just massing units.
Right now we see purple is massing units. We see the academy is producing the stem pack, which allows adrenaline rush to the Marines. We see that Ancient One has more zealots, and he's actually producing a bunch of pylons. What's that he's producing down there? Oh, we see that he's building more cannons. If you actually look, there's a pocket. Now, if you look down there, there's a pocket, and he's actually producing cannons around the pocket to prevent better attack usage. So those cannons will attack anything that comes in that pocket. We see purple really amassing those forces. Good play on his part. He's blocking his entrance with bunkers, which is also good. He's got a couple siege tanks ready, also just in case. Now we see blue blocking his entrance with those units, and we also see this gate, the couple of starports that are producing his units as well. Good part for him, getting those raced out there just in case he needs them. He's building a second command center, as we see, and the purple is amassing again.
Yeah, we see the worker count is just about even. Zerg is throwing down some drones pretty early out in the middle, if you see on the mini-map. I think we zoom into it a little bit later. At least, I hope we do. As we saw with the starport, that science vessel was going down, so he'll be able to see detectors early game, which we do know has been a problem for Szar in the past. Yeah, like we see, the Zerg has taken the middle. It was a pretty decisive victory on their part. They wanted to make sure to do some map control, harass a lot of the real players. And purple, again, not doing a whole lot, just massing up, not really all that threatening. And the Zerg, again, take that second expansion. They are just hell-bent on making sure that the real players play. And we see that robotics facility, but nothing really as far as Nicoke is concerned. Nicoke, what were you thinking at that point?
Really, just to get the Air Force up and everything.
So you were heading for Stargates then?
Mm-hmm. Definitely heading for Stargates. I just need a break.
So we do see Blue Terran has thrown down that science facility, so he will, and that physics lab, so we might see some battle cruisers, we might see some higher tech, maybe Valkyries. Only time will tell. We head to the middle, and look at that rush is starting to hit up on the Blue Terran. Szar is microwing very well with his Marines. He's only lost a few Marines compared to all of those Hydralisks just coming to meet their death. I think there was a siege tank in the upper right by that barracks that got destroyed, and that science vessel was key. Good thing he had that out. Those lurkers were causing a problem, and those Marines, those purple Marines come in. It would normally have become a very bad battle, but as you can see, those Wraiths head out and take care of those tanks. Those tanks are being pestered. And yes, a little bit of damage on Blue's part, a little bit of damage taken, but those tanks just will not survive to see another day. A very good micro, a very good effective strategy by Szar, and he is repairing that bunker. And we head back to the middle. Zerg, again, just throwing down their creep, making sure nobody can get those crystals. They're saying mine, 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 and not share it. I'm wondering if their moms will probably punish them for it.
The Purple Terran is building another science facility. We look back at Nicoke, and she's not really doing much.
And there's that second expansion down there.
Now we see that the Ancient One has actually made a second expansion. He knows that the enemy is there, so he's building turrets on his left side. Good move on his part. He's made 3 expansions now, and he's building... Oh, look at that. We have 2 temple archives. Good for mass production of researches. Good on his part for any dark archons or archons that might come into place. So we look at the Purple Terran, and they are producing as normal. We got a couple vultures in there, which are good at planting spider mines. We look at Blue, and he's massing his Marines very nicely. He's not producing any research right now. He's got a couple battle cruisers. He's producing those battle cruisers, as we see. Good on his part.
Yeah, it was a very early game move by Blue. You usually don't see battle cruisers till about maybe, 20 minutes in, and the fact that he has them in 4 minutes earlier than the usual average really shows that he wants to get this game under wraps. And we do speed it up a bit. There wasn't much going on for the next couple of minutes. And here comes the rush, and look at that. Very handily done. Even Overlords fall, which do hurt the supply amount for Ancient One. And as we can see, the Zerg are still pretty hell-bent on just creating units, harassing. They're really not massing up forces. Szar has replaced that second tank with 2 tanks on the right side. We'll see those maybe come into play a little bit later. Only time will tell. And we have 4 battle cruisers up. We'll see what he does with those. I think we saw that armory over by his second expansion, so he's probably researching some either air tech or vehicle tech. Not much you can do with it. And there we go. 1, 2, 3 Stargates by Nicoke. She is producing those scouts. If we head over in the upper left, we can see actually right there in the center of the screen that she does have scouts up. A very good move. Maybe she's researching those air techs. We really don't know. We really won't see until they're in effect. And again, he's getting harassed.